Welcome back to the channel. We are on World of Tanks Blitz. We are going to be going over a Tier 10 Chinese collector tank, the 114 SP2. This is a big alpha tank with very good armor, great hold down capabilities, and in today's video I'm going to be teaching you how to use it, how to kill it, and we're going to be going over some statistics and some armor profiles. Okay, the 114 SP2 has an alpha of 620 and it has a reload of 15.39 seconds, so that gives it 2,417 damage per minute. The penetration values on its standard is 275, on its heat it's 367, and on its high explosive it is 75. Average damage on the standard is 620. On the premium it's 520, and on the high explosive it is 870. Aim time is 5.6, that is not very good. The dispersion is 0.331, which is not horrible. The gun elevation is 20 degrees up, and it is 7 degrees down, which is actually pretty decent for the armor profile that it has. It is a whopping 82.12 tons. Engine horsepower is 900, and the chance of fire when engine is hit is 12%, which is not horrible. Top speed forward is 32, which is not very good. It's a big heavy tank. And reverse is 13, which is not horrible. Average speed is 25, which it's kind of sluggish. Power to weight ratio is 11, kind of bad. The whole turn rate is 34.11, which is, you know, not bad for its power to weight values. We are on BlitzStars.com. We are comparing tanks side by side. In the first column, we have the 114 SP2. In the second column, we have the BZ75. And in the third column, we have the VK72.01K. I picked all of these tanks mainly because of the alpha. And the BZ's a little faster, and the VK72 has a little bit better armor, and the 114 is kind of in between those two. But the damage per minute values, the 114 actually has better damage per minute than the BZ75 and the VK72 with a 2,598, 2,312 on the BZ75, 2,514 on the VK. The penetration values, the 114 wins again at 255 on its standard pin, 250 on the BZ75, and 254 on the VK. Now that I'm seeing it, the 114 and the VK actually have very similar stats when it comes to the gun, at least. 152 millimeter on the 114 and the BZ, 150 millimeter on the VK. Shell velocity is actually surprising. It is 870 on the 114, and then it is 750 and 757 on the VK. So it's actually really good. Pretty decent values for a 620 alpha gun, I would say, on the 114 SP2, but this is where the 114 starts to lag behind a little bit. Aim time is 2.58, which is the worst. BZ has a 2.27 and the VK has a 2.35. The dispersion is a 0.389, 0.38 on your BZ, and a 0.36 on your VK. Not horribly bad on the 114. 7 degrees of gun depression on the 114 is actually very good for what it is. The BZ has 8 degrees, which is nice, and the VK has 7 degrees. Gun elevation is 20 degrees on the BZ and the 114, and then 17 degrees on your VK. The 114 SP2 only goes 32 forwards, so does the VK, but the BZ75 goes 40 forward. The 114 goes 13 in reverse, the BZ goes 15 in reverse, and so does the VK. Power to weight ratio, the 114 is 12.1, the VK is 10.83, which is horrible, and then the BZ is a little better than both of them at 13.81. The no mod traverse is 26 degrees for the 114 and the BZ75, which is actually pretty good for how heavy the 114 is, and the VK is 20 degrees, so that is not too good. Hit points. The 114 has 2,600 hit points, which is very nice. It is 100 more than the BZ at 2,500, and it is 150 more than the VK72 at 2,450. We are back on Armor Inspector. We are going to quickly go over the armor profile of the 114 SP2. We are getting shot at by a 116 F3, and I picked the 116 F3 because it has actually pretty decent values on its penetration. 262 on its standard, 340 on its premium, and 75 on its HE. So as you can see, with no enhanced armor, you know, they're going to pin the front plate, you know, 257 millimeters. If you put enhanced armor on, it makes it less likely, 35%. But if you barely go down, or if you're hull down, this thing is hard to kill. They're going to have trouble hitting that hatch, if they even can hit the hatch. Let's see what gold looks like. So gold with calibrated, they can pin the cheeks of the turret. But if you have enhanced armor, you can kind of go left and right to make it way harder for them to pin that. But if they're not running calibrated, they're going to have no shot at it. You know, side armor, you know, it's not horrible. It's kind of troll at some spots, it looks like. But it is not the best at side scraping. You know, don't plan on side scraping being able to bounce shots. But if it does, you know, just thank your lucky stars. Let's check out the HE. So it looks like it can't get HE'd in the rear, which is actually very nice. This is a very heavily armed tank. Kind of slow. It plays a lot like the Tier 9 114. You really want to get this hull down and just unleash that alpha. 620 alpha is nice. And then any chance you get, I would recommend running enhanced armor. If it makes this big of a difference, you might want to run it. And any chance you get, you know, just get down, use that HE, and pump out as much damage as you can. Give them no opportunities to take any of your hit points. We are back on Blitz. This is a replay that I had saved, I think it was a week or two ago. I do not remember how much damage we did, but it is a replay. I'm not playing this live. So up against us, we have a Bat Chat 25 ton, Chieftain Mark 6, Object 260, another Object 260, an E4, a Char, and a Foch. Not a bad lineup. As you can see, it's actually not horrible on decent ground. We're getting up to our top speed pretty easily. For a big heavy tank, it moves decently well. The main thing is the alpha and the hit points. Char is coming up. So it looks like the enemy mainly went to the right side, to our right side. And we are going to sneak up and see if we can get any shots out. The Char is behind us. Let's see if the Chieftain wants to pull up. Nope. Bat Chat is also to our left. They both went heavy side. I bet the Char is on base. He is. He gets a 348 shot into us. We are just sitting here waiting to see what we want to do. We don't want to push out because we're a big slow tank and we would lose a lot of our hit points. But we also want to make sure our left side gets cleared up before we start pushing. And a nice 648 roll into the Char. That's 1/3 of his hit points easily. And we also, our reload's all already back. Gonna try to pull out. Not really getting any shots off early in the game. Here comes the Bat Chat. Nice 708 roll into the Bat Chat. He is almost dead. We are losing teammates though. Again, for 620 alpha, that reload is not bad. The E4 is right in front of us. We're gonna see if we can get a shot into him. We missed an HE shot into his hatch, and he missed a shot coming at us. So, again, I'm really surprised with how fast the reload is on this tank for 620 alpha. The Chieftain is not quite out. We're going to see if we can get the hatch on the E4 again. We see his side. Straight miss. I think that was more the gun because it looked like I aimed that in as much as I could. That was kind of troll on the gun. Okay, we're gonna try to come help out our teammates before they die. We're gonna try to get an HE shot into the Chieftain. A nice 741 roll into the Chieftain. The Foch is not looking at us. Looks like he's about to be turning around though. We're gonna try to get to his side. Nice bounce. We're gonna face hug. He does get a shot into us. He's gonna try to block. Nice kill shot for 451 into the Foch. The Chieftain is a one shot. It is 2 versus 3. And it is coming down to the wire. Chieftain gets a 359 shot into us. So it is 1 versus 3. We kill the Chieftain. And so we're going up against an E4 and an Object 260. So we do have kind of a hold down position on the E4, but we don't want to lose a lot of our hit points. I am pretty sure this is the same E4 that we've already missed twice today. Kind of waiting for him. Don't know where the 260 is. There's a 260. We're going to switch to standard, try to get back. The E4 misses, thankfully. And the 260 pulls out, and we kill him. So now it's just an E4 with 1,019 health versus a 114 SB2 with 1,115. He has way better damage per minute than we do, but we're going to try to get up under him. There he goes. Gives us just enough. We're going to try to trap him. We have way more hit points than him, so we will take the hit, and we use our tank just the way it needs to be used. Not very many opportunities we had hold down, but what we did do is we used the Alpha. We tried to use our hit points when we needed to use our hit points. We leaned on the HE when we needed to, and we got a Caliban off medal. So 4,515 damage, 4 destroyed, 6 damaged. Very, very nice game. The Caliban off medal is always nice. 9 shots, 7 hits, 7 penetrations. You love to see it. 1 hit on the Char for 648, 2 hits on the Chieftain for 951. There was a nice 748, I do believe, HE shot on the rear. 594, big kill shot on the 260. He was well within our average of 620. And then we got the damage on the E4 with 1,019. Pretty much the one shot and then the fall damage when he landed on us. A kill on the Foch for 595, and shot on the Bat Chat for 708. This tank really is a hold down tank, but you can get out there, you can use the hit points. You know, if you want to, you can run the improved assembly to give you another 100 hit points, which would help out depending on your play style. You mainly want to use this hold down, but you can use it, you know, as a heavy. You know, you can spare hit points. You know, if you need to, you can get your hit points in the game. The big Alpha is nice. The HE, if you max roll the HE, you can get over 1,088 damage. That is a huge, huge roll. Honestly, I like the tank. I actually do really good in it. By far, it's my best stats for a tier 10 tank. 470 games with a 60% win rate, or a 59.15. They like to round up, which I don't mind. But let me know what you guys think of this tank. Do you even have it? Do you have the bunny up top? I forgot what his name is, but I like it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.